What's up, guys? Scott Lowe here at E3 2011 at the OnLive booth with Steve Perlin, master of the online universe.
All right.
So we're here talking about the OnLive system for tablets, otherwise known as the OnLive Player, which is, of course, an app for iOS and Android.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Well, it's something that we're introducing later this summer. And, you know, we've had the OnLive viewer for iPad for a while now. You can watch people play. If you see a brag, it'll be like you paste it your Facebook wall, something like that. But what we're doing now is we're making it so that you actually be able to play games right on your iPad or right on your OnLive, your Android tablet using touch. And so some legacy games are simple enough that we're able to put some touch controls in front of them, and then you can go and play them. But what's really exciting is Ubisoft just announced that From Dust, which is coming out later this year, is going to have touch controls just for OnLive. So that when you go and play From Dust, certainly on Xbox or PC or what have you, you can use a controller or keyboard and mouse. But when you're using it on OnLive, if you're using it on a tablet, then all these touch controls come up, and it's awesome. So we have some now legacy games you can play, and then some new games. Then this fall, we have the Universal Controller coming out. So the Universal Controller is this awesome controller that has all the features you'd want, for a controller, and it works with, iPad, works with Android, works with the new TVs coming out, like the Vizio TVs and Blu-ray players that are OnLive compatible. It works with the OnLive game system. It works with PC and Mac. We have a little Bluetooth dongle.
So one controller for them all.
One controller that rules them all, maybe. I don't know if it rules them all, but at least works with them all.
Well, I mean, one of the big questions I'm sure we'll get is, do you have to be on Wi-Fi? Can you use it on 3G? What's the situation there?
So the tablets will generally work better on Wi-Fi than, more reliably on Wi-Fi. But if you're in a good 3G cell and it works, then it does work. I mean, you only need about 1 megabit per second. And, we'll have smartphones too later in the year, and those need about 0.5 megabit. But with the 4G stuff coming out later this year, with LTE, oh my God, it is like being on Wi-Fi. They've designed special modes just for OnLive, which are low latency, and of course you have tons of bandwidth.
So in short, you can play full PC titles anywhere you are, no matter where you are.
Totally. And you know what? You get halfway through it, and you come home, you want to pick it up on your PC, or you want to pick it up on your TV. All those things are going to work. Are
there any limitations in terms of how the touchscreen will work? Because you mentioned the Ubisoft title, which is coming with specialized controls. Is that something you have to go back and tailor in, or what's the situation there?
So for new titles, there's not a problem because the designers design them in. Okay, as you saw with Ubisoft, they said, hey, they've seen the growth of OnLive, they want to be there this fall. But when you're talking about a legacy title, it depends on the title. Like some titles, you only have a few buttons you're using at once. Those translate well to touch. Other titles, if you got a whole bunch of keys across the keyboard you got to do to play the thing, it's hard to know where your fingers are positioned, and they just may not work with touch. For that, you'd use the Universal Controller.
Yeah. Oh, and then the million-dollar question, of course, is when can people get these apps? When can they get the controller? And when can they start playing their PC games on the go?
So the OnLive Player app is going to be available later this summer, and we're obviously showing it here at the show, and people are using it. Once in a while, it crashes, so it's not quite done. And then the Universal Controller is going to be available this fall.
Thank you, Steve, for taking the time to talk to us. For more E3 coverage, stay tuned to IGN.com.